So, hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Zach. Today, I'm going to bring you video 3 in our series of top 10 social media tricks, or sometimes as I like to call it, how not to screw up on social media and to be a big success in the pages that you manage. So, again, why am I qualified to talk about social media at all? I'm just a regular guy on YouTube. But the reality is, on social media, I manage 4 large scale pages for various different organizations in the place that I work at. I also have several groups that I've created for various things that have pretty large membership. Both those pages and those groups in excess of like thousands of members that I've really grown from nothing. In some cases, I created those pages, and they regularly reach 3 to 4 thousand people a week, um, plus the reactions and all the other things. So really, I've kind of learned through experience, not having a lot of training, but in seeing what other people have done and reading what other people have done, watching videos about what other people have done that have really made a difference. So I wanted to share again these tips on what has really been successful for me and what I think will work for you to help make your social media presence a success. If you haven't already, check out the other 2 videos in this series, the top 10 social media tricks through my channel, and subscribe to get the others as they come out as we wrap out the top 10. But for today, the first trick is post often, but not too often. So that is probably um, not the most specific advice that you may have been looking for. But that's the reality of making a decision about how often to post. You need to make sure that your people are hearing from you on a regular basis. Social media is not like a letter or not like a newspaper where you can post something and then somebody's going to save it. They're going to have it there. They're going to remember it for a long time after you see it or you send it out. But the difference is with social media is you're putting it out there and they see it once, and unless they're really super interested in, they forget not only what was in there, but a lot of times that they even saw it within a minute at the most. Even if they react to it, they're really losing that sense of focus on what you've posted and who posted it. So what you have to do is you have to appear a lot in that barrage of information that everyone's getting. You got to, again, going back to scrolling through your Facebook page or your Instagram feed, you have to realize is how much stuff you're seeing and how often you're seeing it, how much that can just overwhelm your senses. So you, as the page manager, need to get that information out there and bombard them with, hey, this is me, constantly showing up on their page, constantly there. And then even if they're forgetting what your individual page is, or they're forgetting what your individual post is, you're always kind of there in the back of their minds as an audience is thinking about different things. And then they may suddenly think of you, they may suddenly realize you, or they may see one post after seeing 10 of them that they kind of ignored. They see one post that they actually pay attention to. So you can post often and post at different times of the day and throughout the day. So, there are people on shift work. There are college students who maybe don't go to bed till late. There are senior citizens that get up early in the morning. So you have to be able to post um, often throughout the day at different times so you can reach different audiences. Now, obviously, if you're selling um, products for senior citizens, then you're not going to post at a time that's going to attract college students. But if you're doing like a general outreach or you know when your audience is, do some market research and post often in those times that are going to reach people. Most of my pages are for general outreach. So I post at various different times, sometimes even post like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll post at 6 o'clock in the morning, different times for people to see it who are different age ranges, have different schedules, different stuff going on in their lives. I mean, we talk all the time about how much we use social media, but the reality is a lot of people use it as soon as they get up in the morning, the last thing they look at before they go to bed. They're using it at work when they're bored. They use it when they're commuting. So those are often good times to reach people. And if you're posting a lot, you're going to, all these people, the different audiences are going to see it. Um, and the people are going to see it often. Okay. So what I try to do is post at least once a day on Facebook. Um, and what I do is I actually break up post and am able to post more on Instagram and even more on Twitter. So, like for example, if I have something that has maybe 4 pictures of us doing something, then I will make one Facebook post, maybe 2, depending, but then I'll do like 3 or 4 Instagram posts breaking up those pages, and then I'll do at least one tweet for each picture. Okay. So that way I'm using the same information. I'm not having to go out and create more information, but I'm posting often. And I'm getting that out there to people, and they're seeing that, and they're seeing what's going on, and they pay more attention, and they're from different audiences, different time periods. I mean, all those things that people are able to see now because I'm posting often. All right. But the thing is, you also don't want to post too often. And the important thing with that is to not post the same information too often. So a lot of places now are advocating like you can post the same thing um, at just different times during the day for people to see, or you can use recycle a post that you used 3 days ago. Ensure that a lot of people, when they're scrolling through or something, might not have seen it, or um, they might have forgotten about it. But the thing is, I have found that people get tired of seeing the same thing, and you're maybe affecting your ability of your really committed audience, the ones who every time they see something from your page are paying attention. Um, their willingness to look, because they're not seeing new content. Okay. Because you want to keep them coming back as much as you want to attract new people. So you can't really post the same thing over and over again during the day or even during a week. Now, sure, you can recycle something from the previous week and use it the new week. You can use the same picture, but in a different way. All those things I think are okay, but you can't use the same post like multiple times during the day, or really, I wouldn't even use the same information without waiting 2 or 3 days lapse, because you want to get new content out there to people. If you put stuff on kind of like a recycle mode, almost, that you're rescheduling, you post it on Tuesday and next week you post it on Thursday at a different time, and the next time it's on Monday at a completely different time. That's okay. And you can do that. And that's really easy. And you're getting that information out there over and over and over and over again. Okay. But you don't want to post the same thing at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, because you will see your views and you'll see the reactions, especially, dramatically decrease. Okay. And you'll end up with overall less reaction than you did before. So, again, post often, get content out there so that people can see it, so that people know you're active. A lot of times I judge an organization's activity level in the community by its social media accounts. Okay, so if you're able to get stuff out there, people see you, they remember you, they know you're active, they're more willing to contribute, they're more willing to buy something, they're willing to whatever. Um, but you're getting that information out there. But again, not too often that you're overwhelming people. You don't want to be that spam that they automatically just scroll past. So that's tip 1 for today. Tip 2 for today is to make connections. Okay. You're on social media to make connections with people. All right. So with the audience of your page, but you're also there to make connections with other pages. And the reason you're there to make connections with other pages is maybe you're interested in what they're posting and that there's a similarity. But the real reason is to boost both of your audiences. Okay. So if you're not making connections with other pages, then you're missing the chance to connect with their audience, and they're missing the opportunity to connect with yours. So here's a good example. If you are part of an organization that regularly has a motorcycle rally, okay, then why would you not want to connect your page to your local motorcycle dealerships, or motorcycle repair shops, or even other motorcycle rallies that go on across the country? And then what you do is, when you post things, your page, you're able to like those other pages and follow those other pages. But when you post things, you can tag those places in it so that those people who are following their pages then see that. All right. Or like, for example, using the motorcycle rallies as an example. If that motorcycle rally goes to your local national park, or and then you have a picture of these 200 motorcycle rally or drivers as part of this rally driving through the national park, why would you not want to tag that national park in there? Okay, because they're seeing that the park's being used, you're able to connect with the park audience, and there's probably a bunch of motorcycle enthusiasts in there who ride through that park that don't know anything about your rally, and now they do. And now the people who are involved in your rally can see what's going on with the national park. Okay, and if they're interested in that, maybe they'll go back if they weren't there in the first place. So you need to make connections between you and other pages and other people, tagging people in your pictures, people who maybe come out to your event, who come by to do something. If they are okay with it, when you take the picture, then you definitely want to tag them in it, because then now their family and friends are seeing that. They're seeing what went on. They're making a connection with your page. And then that person feels good. They feel recognized as participating in whatever it is that they participated in, and they're going to come back to your page more. It's like being famous. It's like, when it was a big deal to be on the front page of the newspaper. All those things are kind of coming back into play in terms of tagging people on social media. So you want to make connections between different pages and your page so that you can spread that audience, and you can get into different silos. You can get into different groups of people that you may not typically, because really on social media, people see stuff that they already like. It's sometimes really hard, unless you're looking for it purposefully, to find things that they're not already connected with. But if you're able to kind of bridge that gap by really connecting your page, and some, even if it's just one post, connecting your page with another page in a post can bring in different audiences. Okay. And use things like, we have these pages here called like what's happening, or what's up, blah, 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 town, or community, or whatever. And use that. People eat up what an organization is doing. They love to see that. So if you're having a spaghetti dinner, and why would you share that to the what's happening page in not only your community, but the one surrounding? Because you know what? There's maybe somebody in your community that didn't find that what's up, whatever page that your community is, but they know about the neighboring one. All right. So you want to share that to these places, because people, they don't care. They want to see things that are happening, even if it's maybe 10 miles away or 5 miles away. And again, you're making connections between people who maybe haven't already heard about your organization or your group or your business or whatever that you're running this Facebook page, and you're able to make a new connection. All right. So again, two trick tips for today: post often, but not too often. Your audience, what you're trying to accomplish. And by posting often, but not too often, you're able to really say, okay, what is a good balance to meet that goal, to increase the number of views, the number of reactions and things that I want for my page. Okay. And if you post it a good number, you're going to see that go up, because, people see that, they remember who you are, and it's like a cycle. All right. And then you want to make connections. You want to make connections with other pages. You want to make connections with individuals. You want to make connections with groups. Anything that you could connect to on social media in any way, shape, or form is going to be better for your page. All right. So, whatever that you can think of, and be creative. We talked about being creative in some of the other videos, but be creative in what you're doing. All right. If you are doing something out on the road, you can tag your Department of Transportation in that, and that's a huge page. There's all types of examples out there. Really, it's limited by your imagination, and it's not like you're going to impact the other people in a bad way, because you know what? Now maybe they're gaining audience the same way you're gaining audience off of them. So in social media, that's just a thing to do. And it's happened more and more, and you need to take advantage of it. All right. Some people are reluctant to, but there's no reason why you shouldn't share your information as much as possible on other people's pages in as many ways as possible. All right. Because you're going to make a difference in your audienceship, and they're going to benefit from that as well. So I hope you enjoyed these 2 social media tips as part of my top 10 social media tricks to really make your page better and to reach more audience. Or as sometimes I like to say, to avoid screwing up on social media and not having an audience. All right. If you like this video, be sure to hit like, subscribe as the other ones come out. Go back and check out the first 2 that talked about the first 4 tips that I have for social media. And I hope you have a great day.